Hi everyone, I'm going to work in this art journal today. This is a sketch paper and I've already gessoed my page. The only thing that I want to tell you about the gessoing the page, I've used some hard bristle brush to put the gesso and went a very in all kinds of directions and figured that maybe it will give me more texture when I will put the other layers. This is quite an experiment going to be. What I'm aiming to do today is try and use some of this. These are textile dye, the powder, and I'm going to try and use them like brushos or magicals because we don't have them here. I figured, well, what the heck, I will try this stuff. So before I'm getting to that stage, as I said, I have the gesso on my page, and here I've got more gesso, white gesso, and a little bit of black gesso. I want some gray to make it to a gray, and I want to stamp around my page with it. Now I didn't use acrylics because I wanted to keep the chalky matte finish. Otherwise I would use white and black acrylics. So this is one of the stamps that I made. This is just fun foam glued to a foam core board, and that's what I'm going to stamp all around. And I don't care if it's mixed completely, just putting it on. And I don't even care about a great print. What I need is some interest in the background. Don't know how much of it will show when we get to the other layers, but never mind. I think it's very important to build up the layers even if you know that some of it or most of it will get covered. So here it is, and again, and I didn't care of the white and black mixing completely because now it can be mixed on the stamp and even give me some variation. And if not, don't really care. Okay, next here, and maybe here, and let's finish what I've got and stamp a little bit more. Now I really want to stamp in this area, but I have this, so I'm going to try. Let's see if I can manage it. Maybe if I will put my hand underneath. Yeah, good enough. Just a little bit more. And now that I've stamped all this, I remember I have a paper napkin in similar design that I just could have glued to the background, but this is better. This is all me. So this needs to dry, and then I want to work with this stencil. This is another stencil that I've made. This is just acetate. I drew this design quite freehand and cut it out, and it was to complement this stamp, so I have made this stencil. And maybe, well, let's give it a little bit of hit blast and continue. One other thing that is great with gesso, it dries faster than acrylics. So let's see, continuing for the experiment, and I'm going to use now, this is wall compound or a speckle or joint compound, wall compound, whatever you call it. This is a ready mix that I buy in a hardware store, and it's cheaper than the modeling paste, and that's what I'm working with. And now I just need to figure where I want to add the texture to my page. So I'm gonna start here. Now I'm really not great with this, but I will try my best to do something without it moving and spilling out. I never know how much to put on. If I put too much, then the design is not good enough. If I don't put enough, then it's not raised enough from the page to my liking. Let's hope for the best. So now I've got a nice coat here. I'm just trying to a little bit eliminate the lines that are going straight, because I wanted to go with the design. Good enough. Somehow I've managed it. Now I need to do one here, and I'm going to try to do it without disturbing this part. Let's again hope for the best. Hold your fingers. So right now I am putting on this paste in straight lines just because it's easier, but after I have a nice coat I will try to work it like this, just so it will go with the design and I won't have harsh lines. Just a little bit more here and a little bit more here. Okay. Oops. Okay. So it touched this here, but not that. It's okay by me. I'll leave it as is, but I do think that I need more texture in other areas, and this just doesn't fit. So I'm going to go and find some other stencil that will work with this design, and I will just add more texture. I'll be back. I'm back. So I've raided my stash. I was looking for some more circle stencil. I found this one I bought in Prague a long time ago when I was on vacation. So I've put it here, and I try to speed things up with the heat tool. I hope it's dry enough to work, Now that I think about it, I should have made this experiment on watercolor paper, but it's an experiment. What the worst that could happen? So I've got these textile dyes that I also picked up in Prague because it was cheaper. What can I say? And this is supposed to be some kind of purple. I think this is some kind of blue, and this may be magenta. That's the problem with this kind of pigments. Until you put them, you don't know what you will get, and not really, because they are very concentrated. So I'm just going to drop some of the powder on my page quite randomly. Okay, moving on to this color. Maybe it will be a mess, maybe something nice will happen. We'll see. And now this one. I'm concentrating on areas with the texture, and let's hope for the best. Okay, so now I've got water in a spray bottle, and let's see. It seems like it needs a lot of water. Let's see if I can make it move. No, it needs more water. Maybe I'll try this one. Yeah, more water. Of course I can make a mess here, but it's an experiment. Oh wow. I'm trying to move easily, slowly, not slowly. I don't want it spilling too much. I do want it to go in all this texture. That's the purpose of this experiment. And just maybe I will add more powder in several places, don't know yet. I'm trying to do it very very carefully. I'll just take this towel. Let's put it underneath, and now it can spill. Whoa. in some places the powder is like stuck to the texture, so I'm helping it by spraying a little bit more water. What a mess. Okay, I'm really starting to like this, and I'm just tilting it now upside down. Yeah, I think this needs to just rest and dry before anything else. I am quite sure that I am finished in terms of this experiment and putting on color. I am leaving all these areas white. I like it. Now I want it to dry and see if it will keep the vibrant color or if it's going to be a very not very dulled down. I don't know. So I'm going to leave it be, and I'm going to come back when this is dry. I'm back. Here is my page. Everything is dry at last. It took a lot of time because there was a lot of water here. Now I just want to add some words. I've picked one of my painty paper. This is a watercolor paper that I put some watercolors and then big grains of salt, let it dry, and then wiped the grains off. That's the effect that you get, and I thought this will be quite prominent on this page, so I took this and wrote "This art your heart" out. And the only thing I want to do is ink around the edges, and I'm using distress ink, picked raspberry, just to give this a little bit more definition. I think this will go here. Art your heart. Out like this. So this is it. I'm just going to attach it with some glue, but that's my page. I am really loving this experiment. I will probably try this again with other colors in the future. I hope you will try something like that. If you don't have brochures, magicals, or even a textile dye, there is another option, is to take chalk pastels and grind them to powder and do the same thing. I even think I have some video about it, but not so sure. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.